الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Okay, so we are gonna continue our session. We are still working on the mudud. Okay, so we already done with all those rules: idhar, clear; idgham, merging; iqlab, changing. This applies to ba. And we have ikhfa, we have heavy ikhfa and light ikhfa depending on the letter, following nun sakin and tanween. And then the mim sakin rules: ikhfa shafawi, which ikhfa shafawi means the two lips; idgham shafawi; and idhar shafawi, making it clear. And then we went over nun and mim mushaddad, and also lam shamsiya, lam qamariya, and the rules for qalqala. And last time I introduced also heavy and light letters. Okay, we see some letters are sometimes heavy and sometimes light. For example, ra, which is light when it has kasra, and lam ismu jalala, which is light when it is preceded with a kasra. And then we started the mudud. We started with the natural mad. Okay, let's go review this section. Okay, here's the lesson for the mad. So the natural mad, the first natural mad we went over is called mad tabi'i. Mad tabi'i, which means it is pronounced two haraka. Okay, like here an-nasu. Okay, but under the category of mad tabi'i we have mad iwad, which is isolated because it is something that we change when we because we are stopping, right? Like shukura, it is not natural, it is changed. Okay, iwad, mad iwad, shukura. Okay, and then today we're gonna go over other rules. So secondary mad means mad far'i, mad far'i. It is due to hamza. So under this category we have other mad muttasil, and here mad munfasil. Okay, so let's go over. So under the mad far'i, which are the mad that are affected by the hamza letter before, I mean the hamza letter coming after the mad. Okay, so mad muttasil, if a letter of mad is followed, or I have to zoom like before, zoom just on this page so that we can focus. Okay, so let's go slowly. So remember, we are on the mad far'i. We have mad muttasil. You don't worry a lot about far'i. We just have to memorize the muttasil. This is the one we have to use, but just remember it is under mad far'i. So if a letter of mad is followed by a hamza which is present in the same word, so this is our key here, same word, the reader should prolong the mad 4 or 5 haraka. 4 or 5 haraka. This mad is obligatory. Okay, obligatory. That's why we call this one wajib. Wajib meaning obligatory. Mad wajib muttasil. The sign in the Quran is this one, like elongated. Okay, for example, in this word, so the mad, we have alif here, alif maddiya, followed with hamza. Okay, ya maddiya followed with hamza, alif maddiya followed with hamza, alif here followed with hamza, waw maddiya followed here with hamza, and alif followed with hamza. So we have to look for the hamza. that is following the alif, waw, or ya, and secondly, this sign. Okay, when we have this sign, we go 4 or 5 haraka. Okay, goes that way. Ja'a. So what I do, I'm just doubling the mad tabi'i. If you remember, it's just 2 haraka. So here it goes 4. I'm just doubling it. If I was saying ja'a, I just double it. Ja'a, it's like saying 4 times. Ja, 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 like 4 times. Ja'a, 4. Okay. Ja'a النسيء شاء سواء بالسوء للفقراء. That's it. Okay, it will come naturally. The more you read the Quran, the more you hear to reciters, when you listen, your brain will just pick up the length. So don't worry too much. Is it too long? Is it too slow? No. Listen and map your voice on a qari and it will be fine. Okay. So what is mad muttasil? Why muttasil? Because it is inside one word. The way I remember this, you see those two ta? It reminds you attached. Okay. Muttasil, just remember it is attached, meaning inside one word. Okay, that's how you will differentiate with the other math. So let's go to next page. Okay. Remember, we are still under the mad far'i. Okay, we are still under this mad. So the second type of mad is mad al munfasil. We'll just say mad munfasil. Munfasil, that's it. Munfasil, separated. Okay, if a letter of mad is at the end of a word and is followed by a hamza which is present at the beginning of the next word, so separate words, the reader should prolong the mad 4 or 5 haraka. So same counting as muttasil, no difference. Mad for 2 haraka, which is the natural one, natural mad, is pronounced when stopping on the letter of the mad. This mad is optional. We will see what they mean by this statement when we'll see the example. So mad muttasil and munfasil are all codified the same. We have hamza before and we have this sign above the letter of mad. What are the letters of mad? Alif, waw, and ya. Okay, let's see. We see here alif madiyya and we see here hamza. Remember, hamza on any letter is still hamza. Even if it is above alif or waw or ya, we just call that hamza, okay? Because the letter underneath is just like a kursi, like a seat for hamza, okay? Waw madiyya followed by hamza. This letter is cancelled. You see the 0, it cancels this letter. So you just consider the hamza. So we have waw madiyya followed by hamza. And you see that it is 2 separate words. This word and then the next word, amwalakum, 2 separate words. Muttasil, it was in one word. Remember, ja'a, it is just one verb, okay? And look at here, we have two words, okay? Alif madiyya followed by hamza, and then waw madiyya followed by hamza, and here alif madiyya followed by hamza, ya madiyya followed by hamza. So examples of case of mad munfasil. Inna arsalnaka. Okay, inna arsalnaka. So I pulled it 4 or 5 counts. Okay, ta'kulu amwalakum. Ta'kulu amwalakum. 4 counts or 5. وما وما أوتي. Again. وما أوتي. And here. واعلموا أن just ما أنزل. So إخفاء is a bit shorter than this one. Just remember, a bit shorter. We don't give counts to إخفاء letters, but just remember we should not go overboard like here. Okay. ما أنزل, a bit shorter than this one. في أيام, again. في أيام. So to practice, just listen to a qari and map your voice on the length of the mad. It will be simple like that. Okay. Next page. You are still on the mad far'i. So mad far'i means the secondary mad, also due to hamza. So the difference between mad al-muttasil and munfasil. So mad muttasil, as we said, is present in one word. So remember, it is attached. Okay, and mad munfasil is present in two separate words. Mad muttasil is present when stopping on the mad and when joining the words. Okay, and mad munfasil is only present when joining the words. So what that means, that this second statement. For example, here, if I had to stop here, I will not apply that rule, right? I say inna, that's it. I have to stay just 2 counts. Why I have to prolong this? It's because of hamza. But if I stop, the hamza will not have any impact on this mad, on this alif, even if the sign is there. So remember, we may have sometimes the sign because of what is following. Okay. Another example here. If I had to stop, ta'kulu, to haraka, amwalakum. Okay. If I ever stop here, it will cancel the effect of a hamza because I'm stopping on that word. Same as here. Wa'alamu, stop, and then I start here another ayah, anna. Okay. But for the particles, usually it's not, we cannot stop fi like that. No, usually we go, but it may be possible, yes, to stop here, for example. Okay, or here. Let's go back to, okay. And then muttasil is obligatory and munfasil is optional. Okay, what that means, sometimes when you read, you have the choice not to prolong this one. So depending on your recitation, but you should not play around prolonging here, not prolonging here. Once you start to prolong, you have to stay on prolonging. Actually, what does that mean? It's not, it is optional. The qari, they put that because the other qari, the other recitation style, it is optional. Some do that and some don't. That's why it is like that. Okay, whenever you see it is obligatory, it means all the qurra has agreed upon this one. Okay, muttasil, meaning if I take a warsh, they will pull also. If I take another not riwaya, qira, it will also be pulled. So it is obligatory across all, but this one is optional. We will see other recitation not applying the rule of mad munfasil when there are two separate words. So they will just do the normal mad, like two haraka. Okay. Before we go into this mad, let's see if we can find in the Quran and apply and find out. Okay, let's take here. Okay, I'm just looking for the sign. Okay, here. So جاءتهم in one word, so attached. So that will be, it will be, is it muttasil or munfasil? Remember, attached, muttasil. Okay, so 4 or 5 counts. جاءتهم. Okay, so this is a case of mad muttasil. Okay, let's see here. وما أمروا إلا. Okay, so ma, wama, it is, umiru is another word and ma is another word. So between this mad and hamza, it is a case of mad munfasil. Okay, let's see here. Ru, umiru, illa. Illa is another word. Okay, so we have the wow mad dia here and hamza in another word. So this is mad munfasil. So how we read that? وَمَا أُمِرُوا إِلَّا. Okay, وَمَا أُمِرُوا إِلَّا حُنَفَاءَ. Okay, so حُنَفَاء is one word. So this is mad muttasil. Okay, attached, muttasil. Let's see if we can find another one here. Here, a famous word. أولئك. Okay, so in one word, it is a mad muttasil. جزاؤهم. This is a case of mad muttasil also. جزاؤهم, same word. فيها one word, and abadan another word. So alif maddiya and hamza are in two separate words. So فيها abada, we end with mad iwat, you remember last time. And so here is it, it's a case of mad munfasil. I think that's it. Cover here. Okay, but let's see this case. Because we have a sign that we are allowed to stop. You see this jim above here? If I stop, I will not apply the mad here. For example, خالدين فيها. I stop. Because I'm stopping, I'm just applying 2 haraka. Okay, so I will just apply the natural mad, mean mad tabi'i here. But if I'm passing, I have to say خالدين فيها أولئك هم. Okay, I have to pull when I'm passing by. So just pay attention to that. Okay, that's it for here. Okay, so now that we saw mad fari', we saw mad muttasil and munfasil, remember, and note down. We continue on the same topic of mad fari', the secondary mad, by opposition to mad tabi'i. Okay, so on the mad tabi'i, we see a mad tabi'i and mad iwad are all natural mad. But fari are not natural. There's something that impacts. But for here, it is due to hamza. Okay. Number 3, we go to mad badal. Mad badal. Badal mean changing. Okay. What does that mean? What is the rule of mad badal? If a letter of mad is preceded by hamza and not followed by a hamza or a sakin letter, then the letter of mad will be prolonged to haraka. Example. Oh, okay. Okay. So here, mad badal, what is the difference? It's just the same as prolonging two counts, but they just isolated this rule because before the mad letter we have a hamza, like here. Hamza followed by waw maddiya. Hamza followed by alif maddiya. Hamza followed by alif maddiya. And then hamza followed by ya maddiya. Okay? So remember, muttasil and munfasil, the hamza was after, but here the hamza is before. Okay, so in this case we call that mad badal. There's a changing happening. This is grammar, but I will not go into that. Inshallah, maybe if you have questions, I can explain and expand why that's the case, why it is badal. وآتى, simple, just two counts. So mad badal is just two counts. وآتى والآخرة أوتوا, that's it. إيمانا إيمانا, okay, just two counts. So mad badal, two counts. Okay, still under mad far'i, we have mad aridh للسكون. aridh للسكون. So what that means, if a letter of mad is followed by a letter at the end of a word which is sakin temporarily, we'll see why, because the reader has to stop on the word, the reader should prolong the mad to be mad aridh للسكون. Okay, mad aridh للسكون can be prolonged to 4 and 6 haraka. This one, you know, you are already applying it without knowing the name actually. So let's see. Okay, for example, al-qisas. So I can go 2, 4 or 6 because I'm stopping here. So this is a case of stopping. Okay, I put sukoon here automatically, right? As a rule of stopping, I put sukoon when I have dhamma, fatha, no, when I have dhamma, fatha, kasra, and kasratin and dhammatin. Okay, I put sukoon because I'm stopping. Al-qisas, I have to pull this one more because I'm stopping. If I was passing by, al-qisasu, okay, so this is called mad arid lis-sukun. Arid lis-sukun. So it is because of sukun. Alim, sukun. 2, 4 or 6 counts. But usually we go 4 naturally. Most of the Quran that we listen, the recitation online, they go 4 counts. Bil-ma'ruf, because I pulled, because it had and the kasra was replaced by a sukun because of the stopping, so I have to pull this 2, 4 or 6 counts, and because of that the name of this mad is mad arid lis sukun. Tattaqun, بإحسان, الألباب. Okay, this is the way we recite at the end of, for example, Fatiha. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So at the end, him, it is arid lis sukun. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. So mean, this is arid lis sukun. This is a mad because we are stopping. So this mad exists only exists if the reader stop on the word. Okay, but if you pass on that, you will not apply this rule. It will not be a mad arid lis sukun. Okay, before we go further, let's go and see some mad arid lis sukun inside the Quran. Okay, the case of والتين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والتين والزيتون. عارض للسكون here. Okay, and then وطور سينين. عارض للسكون. وهذا البلد الأمين. عارض للسكون. So this is a really frequent, very frequent mad. Okay, let's see here. في أحسن. So what rule is this one? Separate words, munfasil. Okay. تقويم عارض للسكون. Same here. Okay, this is a case of mad badal. So what we learned about mad badal, we have a hamza before our mad letter. So amanu. So this is mad badal. Mad badal here. So I'm not go over the other rules. I'm just looking for the mad badal, mad aridh lis-sukun, munfasil and muttasil. So 4 rules so far for this lesson. Okay, so most of these ending are all aridh lis-sukun, and we have one case of mad badal. We have one case of munfasil. Okay, let's see next ayah if I can find another. Okay, here الذي أنقض. This is also we have yamad followed by hamza in 2 separate words, so this is mad munfasil. And here yusra, this is mad iwad. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, ailan. Okay, ailan. So here in one word, mad muttasil. I think that's it. Yeah, here. For example, here, if I stop on this, I will not apply the rule of mad munfasil. If I stop, فترضى, فترضى, 2 counts, 2 haraka. But if I am passing by, I will have to apply the mad munfasil rule here. فترضى ألم يجدك. Okay. And here we have another case of mad iwad. We have hamza followed by a mad letter. No, I mean, oh, subhanallah. Not iwad. Mad, badal, subhanallah. So this is a case of mad badal here. Okay. Iwad will be when we have a fathatin at the end. For example, if I stop here, yatima, so I will do mad iwad here. But here is a case of mad badal. ضالا. We will see this one. It is pronounced 6 counts. So inshallah we'll come to that rule. Okay, that's it for application of those. Okay, I will add one more mad because this is those kind of mad we already apply. Mad leen. So what is mad leen? Oh, okay. This kind of mad far'i, it is not due to a hamza. Now we go, it is due to a sukoon. Okay, it is due to a sukoon. So what happens? The leen letters, which are waw and ya, okay, sakin, preceded by a fatha. Okay, remember leen واو لين يا لين أو أي. Okay, أو or I. Okay. If one of the leen letter is followed by a letter at the end of a word which is sakin due to stopping, the reader should prolong the leen letter to 4 or 6 counts. It's kind of like the precedent rule, aridh sukoon, but in this case, why it is not aridh sukoon? Because we have a leen letter before the ending. Okay. So I, okay, khayrun. So if I have to stop here, I have to pull 2, 4 or 6 count, and we will call this mad leen. Okay, khayr, because I change this into sukoon. Khayr, quraish. Okay, ريب يوم بالغيب خوف. Okay, this is a case of mad leen. This mad only exists when the reader stop on the word. Okay, I think we'll stop here for the mad. Okay, so try to find some mad leen in the Quran. Okay, mapping, for example, the ila fi Quraysh would have. Okay, so that's it. So far, let's go over what did we cover already. Okay, so in this lesson, the natural mad, okay, we did that. We did muttasil, badal, aridh sukoon, and then madul leen for this lesson. So we end here. Alhamdulillah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.